Let's do this, YouTube. What is up? It is Nisi. It is time for some more Darius top lane, boys. Let's see how our buddy Dunk Addict. Let's see how our buddy Dunk Addict does here in this matchup. Doran's Blade start. I'm on board with that. I'm on board with that. Ah, your donation went through. Got you. Sweet. Or it should go through. Doran's Blade start into Nasus. I guess this is fine. I don't see why this would be bad. You have a lane that you want to bully hard, so generally you start corrupting pot, but is there really going to be much trading going on with Nasus? Like in terms of, is Nasus ever going to beat you in lane? Probably not.
Subscribe.
Marco Marso! Do you just see me try to blow on the backside of this? Thank you. Drop sub hype train for the dude, please. There's one thing about leashing. Oh, you guys are going crazy this morning already. Thank you. There's one thing about starting at Gromps. Is that when you get into lane, you're going to get into lane a little late. Thank you, Jomo. Sub hype for these guys, man. That's a double sub. You're going to get to lane a little late. And we're not going to be able to, like, push the dude the way that we want to. However, it doesn't really matter. Because no matter how this goes, this is great. Oh my god. Ooh, anticipate that fucking flash, dog. Anticipate that flash. I'm nitpicking you hard here, but getting this kill is just so big for you. I really want you to mind game a little bit better here. It seems like you know what you should be doing. You took E second, which I love, because you're basically like, nah, I'm getting the passive on you, dog, which is great. I love how you start E here, but I want you to notice when you're in these all-in scenarios, there's only one place for him to go. He can only go that way. You can pretty much just flash forward here, because he can only do one thing. He can only flash out. And your shit is so telegraphed that sometimes you have to make that little mind game decision. Because if you, if you flash forward, it's 100% first blood. He can't do anything else. He can't dodge it. You know what I mean? Because if you flash forward here, you're 100% gonna hit him with a Q. And if he flashes away, still gonna get hit by the Q. And he never escapes. And you get that first blood. Super fucking worth. So, yeah, kind of anticipate that next time. And heck, maybe there's an argument for, in a scenario like this, after you've landed the grab and you've got him super low with stacks on him, there's an argument for maybe not even doing the Q. Because the shit's so telegraphed. You see what I'm saying? You notice how you prime the Q here with this, you got 5 stacks on him? There's an argument for not even Qing. And this is very important for Darius players in general. Is that when you're doing this animation, it's so fucking easy to game against, because you can't, you know what I mean? You get this long fucking, I'm doing it. I'm gonna fucking do it. So here, he was so low that taking the Q was actually like the worst thing you could have done in terms of like securing the all-in, believe it or not. And it's important that we keep this in mind going forward in these situations. I know that I'm nitpicking you right now, but I'm only doing it so that in the future, when you get in these situations where you essentially checkmate a guy, you don't cancel out your all-in because you Q. Because when you Q, you're making it so you can't secure the kill. Whereas if you're autoing and he flashes the auto, sweet. Now you're not, you know what I mean? Now you're not just walking around with this animation, and you could just flash Q and he's donezo, right? And you get the first blood. So I know, like I said, I know it sounds like I'm nitpicking, but you really, like, you should get the first blood gold here. Based on what happened. It's just a matter of spell rotations and auto attacks and shit like that, okay? So that's the only reason why I'm bringing it up. I think taking E second was great. I love that you did that. And he doesn't back here, which is interesting to say the least. So he's going to try to sustain with Corrupting Pot. Not much we can do when our HP is this low, so I would consider backing after this. What are we really gonna do to him here? Unless we... Yeah, we're just gonna get ganked a lot here. I think I would have backed. If you die here, it's gonna mainly be because we didn't back. And I'm not even looking at Graves. I mean, we know, like, any early game jungler, Graves, Lee Sin, Jarvan, Elise, they would be 100% ganking you here after we don't get the first blood. And there's not much, once we get Nasus to here and our HP is low, we've got no real sustain, I don't like being where we are. I think that it's best to just back. Because I think we can both agree that any attempt at all-inning this guy with this HP and the fact that, you know, it is Nasus after all, like, he's immobile and everything, yes, but you're going to tank turret shots to do it, and he's going to lifesteal up super quick. So I would be very surprised. Oh, you luck out too. Yeah. So this was avoidable, I think. And Graves even pathed wrong. Dude, you can't put spoilers in Twitch chat. No, I'm fucking with you. I think that you could have identified that this was kind of pointless to stand here. Right, I'll show you when.
New subscriber.
Thanks, Hell's Outsider. Welcome back, buddy. Appreciate you. So you could have kind of identified that we're not getting much done here right now, and we don't have vision, and Kindred's not moving up for the counter gank.
New donation.
Jesus. Own boss, thank you, buddy. I'll try to input you in after. So yeah, I think we could have identified it when the wave crashes. Yeah, when the wave crashes, I think we could have just backed up. We wouldn't even have to teleport forward. I mean, you could teleport forward if you want, but I don't think you would have to. Nasus is going to very slowly clear this, and then you can back, and now you have his flash down, and maybe you can find an all-in later with flash. Once you get level 6, possibly. Because by the time you hit level 6, his flash won't be up or anything, so you'll have plenty of wiggle room to all in this guy. Ideally, you'll want to do it by having him push out to about here and then just taking him out with flash. That's how you could set this up in the long term. Short term, being here versus Graves, or being here versus an early game jungler when your jungler isn't coming up, and how... That can't be right. Your jungler must have got started late. Yeah, that's just bad. That's unlucky. But yeah, still being here is just freelo. Versus Graves early. So in the future, let's clean that up. So you die. You give the first blood away. I don't know why Graves isn't banned. I'm gonna say it every video until that fucker is nerfed. You're definitely not gonna let him back in front of you. There you go. That's plenty enough. Don't grab here. No, I don't like this trade. That's a silly trade. Pointless. Too many minions there. Not worth, in my opinion. Not worth. And you know, there's multiple reasons why it's not worth. The minions there, obviously he's a level ahead of you, but the big reason that I don't like that trade is because he can do an exit trade on you, which means that if he wants, he can just take horrifically bad trades to get himself and you really low, and then just fall back and then teleport forward, and now he has complete control of the lane as Nasus. So we really don't want that trade there. Like, that's the last thing we want, to be honest. And we don't have a lot of sustain. We have 2 pots, but like, do we really want to waste them here? And like I said, he could have already just exit traded, like, and went ham on you and the minions and then got really low. Oh my god, what is he doing? He's just suiciding. You know how pathetic this is. is because he could have just backed after he made that trade with you and then teleported forward. And yeah, he would have lost a couple minions, but he would have dominated you. I think it's just so funny how greedy people are. You just teleported back in a lane, and you just suicides, basically. Yeah, you're gonna clear that minion. You're gonna queue out. This would be the time to exit trade if you can. Oh my god. I'm very impressed that that works for you. Cool. Go and push now. Go and push. You see Graves. This was a play I didn't think you could make, and I think it's awesome that you proved me wrong. But now that you do that play, let's push this wave. We see Graves, right? And this is your responsibility, by the way. This is your responsibility. When you make that sick play, I love that you do it. But now, why not just shove this all the way here and just teleported? He has no flash. Okay, and now we can get more value out of this, and we can punish all the. We can basically tax him this entire wave. I'm hoping that you realize that Graves' bottom is put and push. No, you didn't. So you made a mistake. I get that you're excited that you just made that play, but we really want to get this pushed in next time. We didn't tax nearly as much as we could have, and as a result, your awesome play that can like single-handedly carry the game is kind of dwarfed a little bit because you didn't get value out of this guy down here. I hope you see why I'm saying this. I hope you get this. Because you do something that is very like lottery for you in the top lane. We could have gotten all that XP, pushed this in faster. We would have taxed him more. And yeah, there's so many reasons why you should do that. You wouldn't have lost any farm from this wave at all. You would have had that entire wave shoved in, and then you would have had a big lead. Big lead. You would have taxed him more than this. And he's getting taxed pretty hard, but it would have been more. Because the wave's going to take a while. If you notice, the wave will take a while to bounce back to you anyhow. So, and since there's no threat of death, it's completely acceptable to push after that kill. Alright, so now we have our flash up, and you've kind of dumpstered this guy. Now this whole game is a matter of dumpstering him harder. Here, you're going to be... You're not allowing the wave to come to you, and this is where I'm going to start questioning you as to why. Instead of doing what you just did there, next time, when you get in the situation, this is kind of a protection move too. So you get the lead, and the wave is coming to you, like we can both agree that we have a wave pushing to us. So instead of just coming in here and trading, let this guy come here, set him up so that you can play aggressive into him in a long lane to where he can't escape. You're basically gonna be bringing the wave to where my mouse pointer is swiping, and you're going to zone him off a farm, and if he goes for the farm, you're gonna kill him. This protects you from the Graves when you decide to push up. I know you have wards, but wards isn't good enough versus Nasus. It's not in a long lane, because he can just wither you and then kind of dance with you, and then Graves can kill you, basically. So it's much better to have the lane come out in this position, because you have a 2-1 start. You will be giving him a little bit of stacks, but ultimately you could definitely poke at him with Q or whatever if you want, but ultimately our goal is to not hit the minions and to just bring the wave here and then keep him from farming and then all in him and then do the same thing over and over again, or take turret. And this is how we get massively fed over Nasus. He's not going to catch up anytime soon. So like giving him like 5 stacks, not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, when we can just bring him here and guarantee that we kill him. But what you're doing is you're pushing him to the turret, and I don't know if you kill him or not. I don't know the spoilers. But I do know that if he's under the turret, he can survive, as opposed to if he's here, he can't survive versus you, especially once you get flash. Also, another thing that I would want you to consider is doing Ghost in this matchup. Doing Ghost in general as Darius is pretty cool too. But flash is fine. Flash isn't the worst thing in the world. It's deceptive. But notice how you kind of thin the wave there. I don't really like that as much because you give him the safety of the turret to work off of. And you also expose yourself to ganks that you don't need to expose yourself to by having the wave up here. So, like, Graves is going to look for it. Like, he has to. He has to know. But he's pretty low right now, though, so it looks like you're relatively safe. But Nasus here is just being an idiot. He's taking a lot of free harass that he doesn't need to take. Better Nasus won't do that. Dive is good here, potentially. Yeah, you got this dive. Ooh, shit. Oh my god, nice. Unlucky that you get hit by the Q there. So, the only reason that dive doesn't go that well is because Nasus kind of like punks you guys with the flash a little bit, and TF also tanks it first. The other thing is Kindred's only level 4, which is kind of ugly. And the Xerath makes a nice little rotation. Normally, I would say that that dive should be pretty clean. Also, if we had executed the Nasus with our ult, I think that we would have been... I think that we would have won the next fight with the Graves a lot more convincingly, and then maybe get out versus Xerath. Overall, you hit the shit lottery with your jungler. Still yet, I think my point still stands that it would be a lot easier to have the Kindred come up and gank and the TF ult if we had just allowed Nasus to pull to us. You see what I mean? Like, if we had Nasus up here, think about how easy it would have been for TF to make that roam, and how much more successful that gank would have been, you know, aside from the fact that you have the all-in potential solo. Like, Nasus in a long lane is, and when he's behind and he's in a long lane, is literally just free farm. Which is why this management decision here, I think, was pretty crappy by you. Because it doesn't maximize your lead that you gained with the sick fucking killing the minions that you made earlier. You need to get the fuck away from him. Because he's OP, and he can basically 1v1 you, even though he's a level behind. Yep. Nothing you can do about it. It's a fucking joke. Ban Graves. Ban Graves, stream. Just ban Graves, please God. Just ban it. Nidalee's broken too, but at least Nidalee can die sometimes if she gets CC'd. Graves won't die. I've been saying it for 2 weeks. Well, longer than 2 weeks if you exclude the times that I've been coaching. You're definitely being more patient than I would be. And it works out for you here. Because I would probably be in that dude's ass. I suppose you're scared that Graves is still up there. Maybe you saw him go into the brush. But you should be feeling pretty good about going in on this guy with the minions the way that they are. Mid lane pushed. I would probably do an assist to me. If you're scared about... Oh. He can give you one stun card and that's it. I mean, that's all he needs to give you. I would probably still do an assist me. I would do an assist me if we're scared of Graves, and then go ping, ping, assist, assist, and hope that he runs up, and then ults, and then you know, because he doesn't have flash because he used it on the dive. So you say, assist me, assist me. He walks up. He's going to have to ult. You can flash and engage it, and then TF can follow up with a little bit more CC, and then you're guaranteed to probably get a dunk off and kill this guy. That's kind of how I would view that. Because you can basically use the TF ult as like a guarantee, like, oh, Graves isn't there, sweet. So you can flash engage or let TF engage if he's in range. If TF is just shy of range, which is somewhere like here, where my cursor's lining. If TF stands about here, then you know he's gonna get the gauge off for you. You don't have to flash. But if he's just out of range and moving up, then maybe you can flash and then make him engage. You really want to like kill this guy with your flash right now, and just keep pounding away at this lane and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That's the only way you win. You see how you're standing back? You could definitely use TF there. Or you could try to get TF to come up and roam. There's no reason why, by the way, there's no reason why you shouldn't encourage him to roam either. because he had the wave pushed in, so it's a perfect window for him to do it, and then just back and go forward. Dogs are barking downstairs. Feels bad. Can't mute the pooches. Can't mute a pooch, dude. I think you can get one more auto off before queuing next time. There's no rush. I'll show you. Correct me if I'm wrong, dude, but I'm pretty sure. And make sure you do that. So you're going to do it right here in a second. So you grab. You want to auto and then auto attack reset with your W. And then Q because he can't go anywhere. And his attack speed, your attack speed has nothing to do with the auto attack reset with the W. So then you W and then you Q. And that's going to give you a bigger trade. That's great damage. You're going to aggro turret if you step close. You should know that. I would probably look for... you're backing down. When I see Graves bottom, I really want to loosen up. I really want to loosen up my aggression when Graves is bot side. So I would start looking for... I would basically start looking to try to get Wither on cooldown and then all in him if I can. Depending if he keeps derping like he has been. Nice. There we go. Ah, that's so unfortunate that we don't get the damage off. Here I'm tempted to just go in. We should just commit to this a little faster. If we want. We still have flash to work with. Before his Wither came back up. He's not maxing it either. Yeah, it's a 13-second cooldown. There you go. Get in there and secure. I think we could have flash dunked there. I guess your mana was too low. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this sucks. You see why I prefer to pull him out of the turret? Because this shit's just fucking lame. Trying to kill him here, and then now you're gonna get killed because Graves is gonna walk up like... It's so much easier on you. One trick you can do, this is what the good top laners do, is you could shove the lane in, and then when the wave comes back out, you literally don't touch the wave, and you walk to the brush here, and then just like go into the brush. You basically have the minions, like, you tank the minions, you go into the brush, the minions build up here, and then slow push out, and then you can go all in on this guy in a long lane. But yeah, Graves about to click on you. Haha, I'm Graves. Haha. I might kill you anyways, because I'm bullshit. Worst dive in the history of dives. That has to be... Is that the Graves main, dude? Get your flash. Yikes. Ridiculous. Questioning backing again. You get the double kill. You get the double kill. You see Xerath. You see Misfortune. You can reliably assume that Nautilus isn't there, and we can just farm. We don't even necessarily have to farm it all. We can just thin it so that it freezes here. We can just thin it so that it freezes like right here. And then, wait, how much do we have here? Yeah, you should be fine. Let me look at your mana costs. I can't fucking see them. Q is on 50. Yeah, you'd have about, you know, you'd have about just enough mana for Q here in a moment. You can Q the minions. You can thin the wave a little bit. Or just clear it completely back and teleport. Instead of giving up any farm at all. There's no risk. Xerath's right there in front of you. So you know. So if he decides to path up, you just walk in the brush and back. Again, when we have people down, I want you thinking about how we can extend that lead. We don't have to overstay or anything. We can just thin it or clear it, then back. I would probably just try to clear it and then back. Because we have nothing coming, we have nothing following up. But I really hate giving away any extra XP as a top laner. It's very important. Because I'm telling you, in like 10 minutes, Graves is going to be level 18 because he's bullshit. So you back, right? And as a result, we give up some XP. Which I don't like to see. I hate giving up anything. I'm a very greedy top laner. Look at that. We give up like 5 minions. That's pretty much a wave, right? And the other thing is, we're already in a situation where we're going back to Nasus turret again. But at the same time, we could also do what I was saying. So like right here, notice how the minions are going to come out, and you're going to immediately just start fucking with him. Instead of just going forward here and hitting the minions, you can just chill. You can just chill and just let the wave come out. Give him some stacks and let the wave come out so you can kill him here. Seriously, consider doing this. So much easier. As a result, he turtles under the turret again. You can never kill him. You see this? This is a reoccurring theme. Notice how we never can kill this guy. I hate this. And then he beats you, right? You probably tank too much aggro, and then he kills both of you. And then he starts doing the fucking Q. Fucking, I'm gonna shit on everything, right? Let's look at your teleport real quick. This flank, this is an acceptable flank. Yeah, it's a good flank. Guaranteed to double kill. Or Graves is... Oh, yeah, that's right. Graves is balanced, guys. I'm just a salty top laner. Graves is balanced there. You know, he gets out of that spot. No problem, dude. Completely fair champion. This dude, what are you in, gold? Gold player can look like a fucking stud. Just pick Graves. We're overstaying. I don't know what we're doing here. We get our asses back to top lane after a long time ago. So you're pretty much full HP. Right, Graves flashes. You can pretty much rest assured that you're not getting to him at this point. Unless TF ults, which he doesn't have it. So let's go to top lane. Stop chasing here. Because fucking Sir Chez is up here getting huge. Decaying is getting huge up in the top side. So let's just spin to top now from here. And so we don't lose any more CS. But you know, you're gonna chase. You're kind of being a monkey here, dude. Think of it. Think of teleporting as like a very succinct thing. All your actions in League are ultimately succinct. Like, you make a teleport, you walk at them, you try to kill them. I killed them, cool, see ya, and then you leave. Or I didn't kill them, fuck, see ya. It's never, I didn't kill them, I'm chasing, and you go all the way into the jungle, you're like, I'm fucking doing it. I should've, and you're like going after him. But like, no one wants to see that shit. Right? You're just losing XP doing that.
Subscriber.
Licky Pete, welcome back. I think you were subbed before. Thanks for subbing, man. See, you're just like trading flashes and shit, but you're not carrying your goodness. So yeah, get back into your top lane next time. And then you die in mid. Yeah, bad. Good teleport, in my opinion. Decent teleport with a pretty high expected result. Bad overstay from this moment to all this fucking whatever the fuck this flash into a death was. That's all shit. MO. MO. Then Kindred dies. Yeah. Yep. Baby. It's good stuff. Okay, I think this is a pretty good... I think this is a pretty good stopping point on this replay, because I think of the most important stuff we've covered. So, the things that I really want you to work on is when you're in lane and you get kills and people fuck up versus you, and they will. It's inevitable that they will fuck up versus you. And you're creating good opportunities for yourself early levels. It looks like, you have a good concept of like, when I'm level 2, I know how to, take the correct fucking point and the right skill to like bully weak laners. The first thing I would say is, plan your all-ins a little bit better, cleaner. Try to think of the ways that we can make them more clean. Also try to predict in advance. Like when you have someone checkmate, think about like the only thing he can do is flash. So let's not rush this. Okay. Let's not panic here. You'll get better at recognizing those situations. Then from there, oh, you first sub? Well, welcome. Thank you. Oh, why is my shit showing like the dashboard? That's fucked up. Hold on a second. I gotta fix that. What the hell? There we go. You guys should have yelled at me more on that one. You guys are assholes. It's all your fault, stream. Anyways, find good spots to all in, and then once you get idiots that like dive you, give you a double kill or whatever, or you make some sick fucking play where you like predict that you can stay in the minions in battle, that shit was great. Like I said, sometimes I misread situations. I'm like, you gotta back up there because you're dead, and then you kill him, and I'm like, oh, huh, cool. But see, you make that sick play, and then you're like, I need to back away. But like sometimes you can stay. And it's all it really is like once you're low and you've got like a huge wave and you're thinking about, okay, if I stay, do I get ganked? All you have to do is look in the minimap. If Graves shows on a ward or something in mid or in bottom or, whatever, he's in your jungle. If he shows and you know that their mid's it's sitting in mid and you know that their bot lane's a bot lane, then just stay and push the lane out. Get bigger. You did that twice, which I think that's kind of like what I would consider a leak, right? Like that's an additional move that you're not taking advantage of that's available to you. So it's just like a tool in the toolbox that we're not using. Then the next thing that I'm going to tell you about is the setting up the long lane for the all-in. This is stuff that Irelia Carries You or emphasized a lot when he was getting more known, and it was basically he was talking about top lane and kind of putting this information out to public, which is, good top laners are setting you up for shit all the time. And they're not really just being mindless. Like if you see a top laner dial it back and he's not pushing the wave, a good top laner is doing that to set you up for something later. So in the instance of Darius, getting this guy to push out from outside of his turret and then starting to freeze and then zone the guy off a farm without pushing the lane back out to him, that's really clever shit that you can do to pull someone like Nasus away from the turret. I do the same thing on any champion where I feel like I can't kill them unless I get them into a long lane. A perfect example of this would be, I obviously play a lot of Gangplank, right? And the Gangplank Yasuo matchup. If I push the Yasuo and I'm stuck in a long lane, then I better be sure that the guy is poked down or that I can kill him. If I can't kill him, then I'm always staying on my side. That's just basic lane management 101. So if you can't kill the dude under the turret, you need to bring him to your turret and allow him some farm for a little bit so that you can kill him more reliably outside of his turret. And you can snowball the game a little bit better. Also, by doing this, you had a TF mid, you would allow the TF to do more, as opposed to just, doing this funky dive that doesn't really work out as clean as we'd like. And then the last thing that I want to cover is the teleport. So you teleport to this ward and you see two people. I always say that we're only teleporting as a top laner if we're pretty much guaranteed a double kill. There I looked at the teleport and I said that's probably going to be a double kill. Graves is OP, but it was a decent teleport. As soon as Graves gets out here, we need to get our ass back to top. Every action that we make involving like globals, like teleporting and globals or just roaming in general, it needs to be a succinct thing. I see a lot of people in low elo do what you did, where you make a great play, But then you floated and you went, I'm going on a mission, right? I'm going on a mission. And you just kind of did some shit. It wasn't succinct at that point. It was succinct when you teleport, show up, do your thing, and then move on. But you went, good play, horrible fucking play. And then you like died in mid. This is why a lot of people will tell you stay away from teleport and low elo. A lot of high elo players will be like, don't use teleport. Most of you guys don't even understand how to do it. I'm telling you how to do it if you want to keep on it. But just know every time that you wait too long, you're just roasting yourself. You're just burning yourself, dude. Overall, good gameplay. A lot of good stuff here, and I hope it helps you guys. Smart NeeCD, SpanishGaming.tv. Going over Dunk Addict, a.k.a. Amazon. I hope I said that name right. Replay. I hope you guys like it. I hope you subscribe, like the video, and all that shit. Share it with your friends. I'm out. Peace. Cracks. Thank you.